Having kids for normal reasons. Insane parents. Having kids for their power fix. Well, good evening, lotties, lasses, and lassos, and welcome to The Click. Today we're gonna dig into some of that sweet r/insane parents and get our frustrations out of our bodies. So, I do hope you enjoy this video. Mwah. Family. How come you never sit and socialize with us? Me. Sits with family. Me. Gets insulted by entire family. Me.
Goodbye, everyone. I will remember you all in therapy.
The life lesson is that you are not forced to socialize with people if they are just mean to you, no matter who they are. Telling your son to not use his computer after 10, even though he told you he has schoolwork due. Getting mad at him for having missing work and taking away his computer. Screaming at him for being a liar when he has more missing work and says he needs his computer to do so. Taking it away for longer. Genius. Absolutely genius. Especially during these times when a lot of classes are from home. How are you supposed to do the classes if you can't connect to the classroom? When you have your own kids, you will understand why I acted the way I did. The way you acted when I was a kid is why I don't want to have kids. That is so sad, when kids themselves get inspired not to have kids because of how their parents act. In one way, I guess you learn how to not be a bad parent. You learn how to actually treat people with respect, even though you are the adult and the one in control in the relationship, so to say. Car pulled up with an unresponsive kid. I tubed him. We coded him for a good hour, never got him back. His mom stopped his asthma meds and was giving him essential oils from an article she read. The essential oil quacks killed the child with no... What? Are you serious? Oh my god. I hope that woman ended up in jail. Jesus Christ. This is the thing with pseudoscience that makes me so livid. When people just, go around, flat earth, it's like, okay, we can laugh at it. But the truth is that any kind of pseudoscience encourages a behavior and a line of thought that actually leads to real harm. Because if you're willing to believe, for example, flat earth, there's a pretty strong correlation you can probably make the step to believe that whole anti-vax bullshit as well. So pseudoscience as a whole concept, while not all specific areas are harmful, they all correlate, they all kind of snowball into each other. So pseudoscience, no, go frick yourself.
When I started feeding my kids urine, I moved really slow as to not disturb their body's natural functions. I would mix a couple of tablespoons in with their cereal, replace the milk/water in the smoothies with it. Gradually, I increased the amount of urine I was giving them until now, 2 years later, I can finally give them full glasses of urine that they happily consume and call it apple juice. If they complain it tastes funny, I tell them it's organic. They have got no health concerns this whole time, and as long as you take things slow, you'll be okay.
Why though? Drinking urine, as far as I'm concerned, it's not like harmful per se. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna make a super solid statement about that because I'm not sure. But even if so, why? It's not like you're living in a country where you have a severe lack of clean water, and it's not like the most wasteful water source if you're drinking water anyway. That's like the most, that's like the least harmful way of consuming water. Oh God, why would you even do this? What's the reason?
My brother calling me a fat pig then shaming me when I don't eat enough. My mother calling me a trash when I put on makeup.
My dad who doesn't bully me since we never had a real conversation even though we live in the same house. Aw, this is so sad. When families bully a member of the family, that's the worst thing ever. That's supposed to be your core in life. That's supposed to be your base. Ugh. My parents being homophobic, my parents being anti-vax, my parents being transphobic, me silently disagreeing with them on every level. The fact that some people on this planet have crazier parents than you and or experience more difficult situations than you doesn't mean that your problems don't matter and aren't worth complaining about. Someone who drowns in a 3-foot pool is just as dead as someone who drowns in a 10-foot pool, and we care about you and your problems too, no matter how insignificant they may seem in comparison. That is very true. It kind of follows the same logic like, hey, you're not supposed to be happy because someone else might be happier. It's like, no, you are allowed to feel bad about your problems and you are allowed to talk about them. That's how you resolve them and that's how you vent about it. My mother, making my life living hell for 18 years.
My son's 15 months. Do you have one for teenage growing pain, separate pain and separate anxiety? We ordered almost 2 weeks ago. My son is autistic and ADHD with bipolar. He's been on meds since he was 5 and 8 now. My goal was to say goodbye to those nasty pills, and we both... Oh no, oh no. Keep them pain-free all summer.
Oh my god.
Only sunshine and smiling days with his
It's basically a necklace with amber and hazelwood, and that's supposed to reduce like ADHD and different things. It's on par with that parent that strung freaking garlic around their child's neck and like,
it's getting dark, that's why it's sucking the germs out.
and the same thing when they put an onion in the corner of the house, like, it's going dark. No, it's going dark because it's rotting, and this is just trash. Ugh. Go see a real doctor, for the love of God. Your Facebook mom groups knows nothing about medicine. That's why they're in a Facebook mom group instead of having a doctor's career. Mom.
You were approved for unemployment. It's $578 a week, but you can only keep $78. The rest is going towards school and Charlie. Also, you can send me an email about the refund, so the money is mine. I'll let you keep $100 to buy food.
Okay, so but it's their unemployment check, and I'm assuming Charlie is like a younger kid in the family. Stop. That's not how it's supposed to work.
So, you have been working for the past month? I'm going to take $500 as rent from your account now, for staying with us till 18 and not paying rent.
What? No, I'll tell Dad. What are you doing? Where's my money? Give me my 500 back. What? Well, first off, if you haven't agreed on a rent beforehand, it is actually illegal to take rent for like, oh, but you have been living here for 6 months. No, you can't actually say that. You have to have an agreement before the payment. Secondly, $500 for renting what I assume is one bedroom? Are you kidding me? That is insanely high. No. Oh, we have a second part of it.
No, Dad called me, and I'm not going to give the money back till you drop the case and remove your post.
Oh, okay, so they found out they posted it on Reddit. Oh. No, stand your ground. The thing with people like this, when they cross the line the first time, they will just keep doing it because they have shown that it is within their morals to do so. So you gain nothing by backing off and giving them what they want, honestly. It's harsh, but it's most of the time the truth, sadly. I'm not a fan of conflict in general, but yeah, that's the tea.
Maybe I'll tell my mom about my anxiety. Hey, I've been feeling anxious like...
You don't know what it's like to have 3 kids!
Never again.
Yeah, parents, you're an adult. You have other adults to talk to, but children do have limited role models, of course, depending on age. But do give them guidance. Don't be frustrated that your kids are feeling bad. I mean, if this is how you respond, having kids in the first place was probably a mistake. And you also seem to have some other issues in life you should probably tackle.
You will never earn money as an artist. You earn money now. Pay us back for what we gave you.
My parents. Money isn't everything. If I were to give like a balance tip when it comes to the artsy versus money stuff in life, start off with art as a hobby. That's my best advice, because the truth is that the vast majority of us, we will not be able to make a living off of our hobby or our artistic talent. Take me, for example. I played guitar for many years, I sing, I write music, but my music itself has never really paid off, if that makes sense. I've put in countless hours, but, you know, the monetary gain I've had from it can be cancelled out by the fact that I bought one new microphone. Yeah, everything is gone. I'm not saying don't go for your dreams, but in the long run, not having a stable income can also be quite stressful. It doesn't start with the money, it starts with a passion. And then if you can also make money from it and make it your job, that is freaking awesome. But even if it only remains a hobby, that is perfectly fine. And for parents, be supportive of your kids' artistic talents. Even if it doesn't turn out to be their job, it will still make them happy. And life is so much more than just making money. If you have to hurt other people in order to feel powerful, you are an extremely weak individual. That's actually very true.
Anti-vax mom proud that her kid turned 12. Ah!
Secretly vaccinated kid. Their dad. Go for it, boy. Me scrolling through r/InsaneParents and feeling sad for everyone with bad parents. The positive thing is that everyone will have bad relations at some point in their life. It's almost impossible not to. It's very unlucky when it happens to be someone in your family, but the fact remains that you realize something is wrong, and that means you will move to fix it eventually when you have the resources, when you're old enough, or any of these things. That's the positive side of it. With that said, keep being strong.
If I see you touch that phone ever again, I'll have to ban it. Too much freedom with the internet. Everyone your age studies all day and you should study. Last warning, and I'll be checking your phone. If I find social media, you're in trouble.
Yeah, don't dare interact with your friends, especially during quarantine times. Life isn't only work.
Make sure to change all your email address so your stupid mom won't open your mail.
Wow, I never called you stupid, so don't call yourself stupid, and I just told you not to open my mail. That's pretty reasonable. Don't open other people's letters. Hi everyone, we found this jellyfish near one of the beaches in Sentosa, Singapore. My mom was fascinated and insisted on bringing it back home to eat, while my sister and I were strongly against it. As you may guess, it then evolved into a family argument invoking parental rights, ancestors, and state of ocean. Bottom line is it edible? What is it? I really don't want to be one of those "can we eat this" people, but at this point I just want to get this family debate over with. Why? Why though? Why would you go through all... Okay, so you found a jellyfish, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna eat this. Where did that idea even arise from? Why? And jellyfish are like 90% water or something. It's not like it's like eating a cucumber, you know? Even if it's not poisonous, it's not gonna be very nutritional. It's like pointless.
You should use some fairness cream or you'll never make any friends. You should use some fairness cream or your teachers will never take you seriously. You should use some fairness cream or you'll never get a job. You should use some fairness cream or no boy will ever want to marry you.
Cool story.
You're a big boy already. You're still a child. My parents trying to find arguments.
I'm the dumbest man alive!
I beat my children over nothing and then beat them when they cry so they learn how to never show emotions around me.
You are clearly dumb, but please have my crown. Just because you don't hit your kids doesn't mean you aren't abusing them. Toxic parents. You can abuse people without physically hitting them. It is a very real thing. My mom.
You're getting so skinny. Eat more.
Me. Okay. Eats. Mom.
All your fat ever does is sit around and eat. Don't come crying to me when you're obese.
Me. Drop confusion. I have no idea what you want me to do.
Okay. I gave birth to you. You were just a mistake.
My mom. Yeah, really difficult choice between those two extremes of toxicity.
We will take your router away so you can focus on homework.
I need a router to do homework.
How could you be so disrespectful?
My mom. Anyone and everyone. The private information that she managed to get out of me.
Look at this. He got a small peepee.
Don't do that. Your children go above your need for gossip. My children are telling me they have mental problem. A panic. Tell them it's just a phase and their problems don't matter. Calm. They tell their counselor, teachers, and friends. A panic. The teacher's principal and judging you. Panic. Beating them when they get home and telling them how horrible they are. Calm. Years later, the therapist tells them you're the cause of their mental problems. Panic. Who would have thunk it? Police, fire, and rescue earlier today report that parents are making their 14-year-old daughter run laps around the house and she vomited twice because she's getting sick over it. Update. Dad is now telling her not to stop until she passes out. Seems like a reasonable punishment. Maybe I can finally trust my mom enough to confide in her. Hey mom, there's this problem happening in my life.
All of your problems are because you don't believe in God!
Never again.
Church is a fascinating thing. I was actually reading a book called Sapiens recently. I haven't finished it yet. But the fascinating comparison is that church and companies and communities and all these kind of things, countries even, are basically just figments of our imagination. So it is actually a very legitimate thing to bring people together. It's kind of that imagination that actually has a force in the real world. The same thing as companies. You know, companies aren't real per se. They kind of follow the same philosophical existence pattern as religion does. So with that in mind, it can provide value in people's lives, but don't pretend it's an all-cure remedy, and don't pretend it has all answers, because it really doesn't. She referred me to a therapist. I have my first session with her on Monday.
Okay, tell her everything is okay. She has to know how you feel or she can't help you.
Okay.
But don't say anything about that. I know how you feel about him, but he tried his best, and he doesn't deserve to have you go talk poorly about him, so keep that to yourself, okay?
What? That's very contradicting, and besides, a therapist, I think they're not actually allowed to talk about the personal stuff that you spill in sessions. So you're seriously worried about them talking about their dad to a therapist who's not even allowed to spread it anyway. It's like, what are you worried about? Just let your child go to therapy and actually have therapy.
To all my friends and family, I do apologize for the video that is up of me hitting my daughter with a belt. But first of all, before you judge, making sure you know what you're judging. If you had a 13-year-old daughter out there being a hoe and doing drugs and drinking, and you have all the proof in their hands, I'm sure you would have reacted some sort of way. Honestly, a parent who loves their child will discipline their child.
Please learn how to spell. Thank you.
If I didn't give a rat's I would let it go, but I don't care. If you have a daughter who's out there being oddly active and doing drugs at the age of 13, you would react. Spoke my piece.
Here's the thing. If your daughter is already rebelling, giving them more reason to rebel and being overly controlling and overly punishing will just cause them to rebel more. This is not how you're gonna solve it. They're just gonna distance themselves further from you. Besides, hitting your child is never the solution. Mom, can you come talk to me real quick?
Tell Blaine you have a date tomorrow and don't talk to her all day.
That won't work. It's done. You trying to do this won't help with my emotions.
I'm never gonna get grandkids.
No, maybe not, because I don't know if I even want kids.
Oh, hell no! I want a grandkid. I want someone to smile when they see and do new things.
What? Okay. Don't you dare to guilt trip me into 18 years of hell.
You're pretty much going to end our grandpa and dad's bloodlines.
Thanks for making me feel like shot about it. Kids should be for the parents. Grandparents are a bonus, but you do not decide if your kid should have kids. That's up to them. Cease. Some of these things, I'm just sitting here ranting about super obvious stuff, like don't force people to have kids. Oh my god. Brave statements only to this on this channel. But apparently some people seem to disagree with that. It baffles me. Mom.
Or about the part where it changes their DNA and Bill Gates have actually developed that. In truth, most of Hollywood is involved as well. That's how they're all predicted what's going to happen in episodes of things years before they do. When the truth comes to light, we're going to be totally shocked who is all involved. I'm on the side of the Lord God. They are not. I promise you. I'm disappointed you won't believe. You're showing me a closed mind. I don't want to show you the sick evidence. It's too thick, demented, shocking, very revealing.
Bursted 9/11. The carved into, what is that, a parking spot? Alright, that's cool evidence. First off, I think that's an anti-vax thing. No, cease. The second thing, I hate when people say like, this predicted that. It's fun as a meme. Like, The Simpsons predicted it. That's perfectly fine. It's funny. But for the most part, if you want to make a serious point about it, if you count all the series that have ever been produced, that's like thousands, if not millions of predictions. Chances that at least some of them are gonna be correct are like guaranteed. Some of them will be correct because there are so insanely many. And then backtracking on that saying, look, this series was correct in a prediction, it's a conspiracy. No, it's just statistics. If you make enough predictions, eventually something will be correct. That's just how it works. I'm scared of my dad. The grades came back and I have a B in algebra. Shite, is he really mad? Yeah, he's saying it's because I'm trans and because of the hormones. He said he won't live with it. I'm scared. You're going to be alright. Do you need to come stay with us? Yes, I'm so scared of him. It's okay. Remember what we talked about. Okay, first off, a B is pretty good. Secondly, accept your kids. Honestly, that's the best way you can help them. Don't be a garbage human to your own kids. My dad at social events.
What a lovely father you are.
Racism, homophobia, God complex, running different opinions like a child.
You can chop up garlic and honey and swallow. Natural antibiotic. Put some droplets of colloidal silver in water. Take another of that adult probiotic. How are you feeling? Any better?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Almost brand new.
Yes, so glad. The power of natural remedies. You didn't even need to destroy your gut biome for the next 12 months. Ah!
Yeah, don't go to the hospital and get real antibiotics. Suck on a garlic!
Scientifically proven by my mom Facebook group. And the source is another mom Facebook group.
Well, laddies, lasses, and lassos, I seriously do hope you enjoyed this video and that you have a wonderful day. Down below, find links to the Patreon, Discord, all of my places. Other than that, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.